Science does not know everything. The advancement of human knowledge in general have allowed that a few things in our world, or even in space, remain a mystery to us. But have you ever thought about the big questions that keep scientists awake at night? You will be surprised to know that there are still many unsolved mysteries and places in the world that physics, chemistry simply cannot explain. Dare to enter the world of the inexplicable and discover the questions that science can't answer. And for some extra fun, find our mascot Ned hiding throughout the video. Why does the universe exist? At some point in our lives, we all have wondered where we came from and what created us. From the point of view of science, the Big Bang is said to be what caused the creation of the universe and everything we know. But the truth is that not even scientists are sure of that. The most popular theory suggests that the universe came from an unstable vacuum that could create matter and energy, which will revert to vacuum, repeating the cycle indefinitely. Another very popular theory is that of parallel universes, where this universe is only one among many others, which can work in different ways from ours. Although all these theories are possible, there is not enough data to prove anything definitely. It seems that for now, we will continue to wonder where we came from. How did life start? Have you ever heard of the term primitive or primordial soup? According to scientist Stanley Miller, it was a way of calling all the conditions present on planet Earth that allowed the creation of life 4 billion years ago. In this primitive soup, the first biological molecules capable of multiplying themselves were formed, transforming themselves into the first living organisms. Even human beings are linked to these little creatures. However, what science has not been able to determine is how the basic chemical elements that allow the birth of molecules and primitive organisms emerged. Some scientists claim that it all started in a pool of hot water near a volcano, while others claim that it was thanks to a meteorite that hit the sea. What do you think was our origin? Can computers keep getting faster? Every day we carry a microcomputer with us. Mobile phones and smartwatches have become such an essential tool in our lives. It is surprising to think that we carry more computing power in our pockets than the astronauts who went to the moon in 1969 had. Is it possible to make computers faster and more advanced? How to achieve it? Scientists have experience with new materials like graphene and new systems like quantum computing, but there are still no breakthroughs. Computer company IBM claimed to have the first quantum computer, capable of storing billions of times more information than a current computer. However, many experts doubt its authenticity, so it's still not clear to us if we can really create faster computers or if we have already reached the limit of technology. Can we live forever? Our knowledge of what makes us age expands rapidly over the years, and this has helped us increase our life expectancy significantly. However, scientists have not yet been able to figure out what causes our DNA to deteriorate or the genes that regulate the aging of our bodies. So, a possible anti-aging drug still seems a long way off. Hopefully they will find out in time for us to use it. Groundbreaking research is exploring telomeres. They provide stability to our chromosomes and therefore to our DNA and cellular regeneration. The older and shorter they get, the faster we age. So how to keep those telomeres longer and healthier? According to research, the best way is by having a healthy lifestyle. That does not only include healthy eating but a healthy mind. Meditate and explore the greater outdoors where the air is clean. But if that does not sound like you, then for about $600 a month, you can take TA65, a supplement made of Chinese roots. It claims to increase telomeres length. They even sell the at-home telomere tests to check how fast or how slow you are aging. The different temperatures of the sun. In 2013, a group of scientists discovered that the Earth's inner core is almost as hot as the sun's surface, reaching almost 6,000 degrees Celsius. However, this does not compare at all with the temperature of the solar crown. This refers to the outermost layer of the sun and which we can observe when a solar eclipse occurs. According to measurements, the solar crown can reach 2 million degrees Celsius, making it much hotter than the sun's own surface and the Earth's inner core together. According to the law of physics, the solar crown should not be as hot as it is much further from the solar source. Scientists are still looking up, trying to understand how the sun's surface can be much less hot than its exterior. Animals with GPS super system. We all have used GPS at one point or another, be it in our vehicles or our cell phones. Their devices help us locate ourselves in a space and travel from point A to point B. But as you will know, animals do not have these type of technological devices, so how can a flock of birds travel south without getting lost when the winter comes? According to several scientists studying animal behavior, this is thanks to instinct, internal and environmental cues, and a complex combination of navigational aids. Those aids are the ones that scientists have not been able to explain and make animals with GPS super systems so interesting and enigmatic. Left-handed. Do you know several people who are left-handed? No? Don't worry, that's normal, since it's estimated that only 1 in 10 people in the world prefer to use their left hand instead of their right. A group of scientists affirm that the preference between one limb or the other comes from when we are in the womb, when each side of our brain masters certain tasks such as language and motor skills. They also say that our preference for using the right hand comes from 600 million years ago, when our ancestors began using tools. Despite these hypotheses, we still don't know exactly why there are so many few people who are left-handed and so many right-handed people. Studies do know that there are more men who are left-handed than women. Go figure. Why do blue whales have no cancer? Cancer is a mutation in cells that make them reproduce rapidly and uncontrollably. It is perhaps one of the most common diseases in the entire animal kingdom. According to a theory about this disease, the more cells an animal has, the more likely it is to suffer cancer. So the blue whale, being the largest mammal that exists, should have the highest rates of this mutation. According to science, every blue whale over 80 should have cancer, but it does not. This has led scientists to think that this gigantic animal may have an unknown method to fight and eliminate cancer, although it is something that we have not yet been able to demonstrate. Can the secret of the cure of cancer be found deep in a blue whale or the blue sea? Devil's Sea. In case this name is not terrifying enough, this area is also known as the Dragon Triangle, since many people thought that an aquatic dragon lived there that destroyed any ship that dared to cross this sea. The Devil's Sea is located between Japan and the Philippines and is often heavily navigated by Japanese vessels and small fishermen. All of them affirm that strange things happen at that sea, and that it is a very dangerous area, and many boats have been lost forever. So much so that several stories claim that the government of Japan sent a ship to investigate what was happening and soon disappear from the radar's view, only to reappear without any of its crew. But this is not the only dangerous triangle. Near the Bahamas in the Caribbean Ocean, we also have the Bermuda Triangle, where many airplanes and ships have disappeared without a trace. Water. It is the most basic and abundant compound in the world. In fact, our body is made up to 70% water. Still, This vital fluid is the strangest substance of which we are aware. Normally, when a liquid becomes a solid state, it takes up less space. On the other hand, when the water freezes, it expands and increases in volume. That's not all. For some reason that scientists cannot explain, hot water freezes faster than cold water. Check it out. Maybe you're the one who discovers the secrets hidden in water. Where do black holes lead? Black holes form after a very large star dies, leaving a small nucleus that is 3 times the mass of the Sun and absorbs everything in its path, including light, and never comes back out again. But what happens when something does go through a black hole? No one knows. But according to multiple theories, they lead nowhere. Because anything that enters these black holes will be destroyed immediately due to the navigational forces they possess. Other scientists affirm that at the end of a black hole, a white hole awaits you, which works in reverse, since it allows light and matter to leave, but not to enter. The truth is that all of this is nothing more than theories, and to really know where a black hole leads, we will have to send a volunteer to discover it. Would you dare? Is reality real? Can we trust our senses? Is everything we see, smell, hear, and feel real? Perhaps they're just illusions of our subconscious, created to keep us slaves in a computer simulation. Sounds crazy, right? The truth is that scientists and physics around the world are not sure of understanding the nature of what we call reality. Because every time they study it, they find new particles, new laws, and new foundational forces that control our bodies and our world. It is as if trying to understand each other is an infinite cycle that leads nowhere. Without a doubt, the planet and the universe we live in are full of unknowns that we may never be able to solve. But this is not a reason to give up. If something characterizes the human race, it's its ability to find new ways of thinking about its reality and the places where we live. So it is for sure that we will continue to find answers to those questions that seem to have no solution. And who knows, maybe one of the mysteries we saw in this video will be solved soon. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Remember to click the bell icon after you subscribe so you can get instant notifications of all our new videos.